Right now, the struggle to find affordable housing for Afghan refugees. We hear from an agency on why it's been a challenge finding new homes.
Plus, honoring our veterans and their families, including a special presentation held for one World War II veteran in Portage.
And we could know the verdict in the Kyle Rittenhouse case as the defense calls its final witnesses to the stand. News 3 Now at 6 begins right now.
And thanks for being with us. Your top story is coming up. But first, we need to take a look at some upcoming weather. Good chance we could be seeing our first snowfall of the season very soon.
And let's check your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Well, it looks like we'll see 2 rounds of snow. One will be tomorrow. The other will be Saturday night and then Sunday. That might be the little more significant of the 2. Now, as we take a look at the time lapse from the WISC Sky Cam, today we had rain this morning, but temperatures started to fall off, and that's the first part of the system. Getting the colder air in here, eventually it'll be cold enough for some snow, but right now things are pretty quiet, just a lot of clouds around southern Wisconsin. We do have an alert day in the forecast, though, for Saturday night into Sunday. This is for the potential for snow accumulations of 1 to perhaps as much as 3 inches of snow. First snow of the year could lead to some slick roads, especially for people not used to driving in it. And the snow is already showing up on Doppler track across northern Minnesota, even into parts of southwestern Minnesota. But to our west, mainly rain, if any precipitation is falling across parts of eastern Iowa, and southern Wisconsin right now is pretty much precipitation free. High temperatures were early this morning, 54 degrees at midnight here in Madison, but those temperatures have been falling ever since. We're now down to 42. Temperatures are already in the 30s up toward the Dells, and by tomorrow morning we'll be in the middle 30s, where there are already some snow flurries and showers starting to develop. Tomorrow we could see some minor accumulations, perhaps up to an inch on grassy areas during the day with a high of 38. But again, Saturday night into Sunday is the time period to watch for a little more impact on the snow. I'll have more on that in weather in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Madison's affordable housing crisis is impacting some of our newest neighbors and the dozens more who hope to settle here in the wake of the Taliban takeover and tens of thousands of Afghans fleeing here to the U.S.
Finding a safe and reasonable place to live is a challenge with no easy answer. Naomi Coles is live in Madison tonight to explain. Naomi?
There's only one kind of agency doing this kind of resettlement work in Madison, and that's Jewish Social Services. And they are stretched thin right now, trying to find homes for Afghan refugees in one of Wisconsin's most notoriously expensive cities.
We have a family of 7 right now who we've been looking for housing for several weeks.
Nowhere to live, an all too familiar story in this city.
And we haven't been able to find anything because most people are going to say, you need a 4-bedroom. A 4-bedroom that is remotely affordable is hard to come by.
Expecting as many as 75 Afghan refugees, Jewish Social Services in Madison has so far resettled about 35 of them, arriving from military bases across the country.
The families are coming with nothing out of Afghanistan.
That includes the things that make house hunting straightforward for most of us. A job, a credit score, rental history.
There's all kinds of housing that is off limits because the landlords will not consider renting to this group of people because they don't meet the criteria.
But hardest of all, homes in the Madison area that work for families who are often large.
You know, putting a 10-member family in a 2-bedroom apartment is not going to work.
Culturally, Afghans are usually single income and reliant on public transport because they don't have a car yet.
This is not only a Wisconsin issue. This is not only Madison. This is not only Milwaukee issue. This is a national issue.
For them, affordable rent caps out at about $1,200 a month. Finding that here on one income, that's next to impossible. When it has worked, it's often affordable 3-bedroom homes not owned by major landlords, which are hard to find.
My team doesn't have the capacity to be scouring Craigslist and making all those calls right now.
Meanwhile, families are stuck in limbo.
They want to learn how to live here.
They really do make great neighbors, and I would really encourage anyone, particularly anyone with housing, to think about that.
One thing that JSS tells me is also making housing challenging right now is deadlines set by the federal government for their resettlement. Now, there are a lot of other issues that Afghan refugees are facing right now as they resettle in Wisconsin, issues that I will be covering in the days to come.
Even if you are not a landlord, there are some tangible things Jewish Social Services would love to see you do. First, gift cards. It is taking weeks for refugees to access benefits like food stamps, so gift cards to the most basic places like Woodman's are needed. Plus, gift cards for clothing at places like Burlington Coat Factory or Amazon.
The families are coming with nothing out of Afghanistan, and then when they leave the Army bases, they're only allowed one suitcase apiece. So we want to be able to give them some sense of normalcy, and being able to pick out your own clothes is a great way to do that.
Plus cash donations. JSS covers temporary housing, plus security deposit and 4 months of rent for incoming refugees. They get some, but not enough federal aid for that, so your donations make a huge difference. Today, we are honoring those who served our country and their families.
This year marks the 103rd Veterans Day observance at the state capitol. The Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs joined forces with the Madison Veterans Council to host the ceremony. A moment of silence was held prior to a rifle salute and taps, and the ceremony was closed after the colors were retired.
Their legacy affirms that no matter what confronts us, there is no challenge we cannot overcome. If Americans work together, our nation's best days are still ahead.
Governor Evers, joined by Secretary of Veterans Affairs Mary Kohler and other dignitaries from the Madison Veterans Council, as well as the Sons of the American Revolution and the band from VFW Post 1318. Portage High School honored veterans at its 17th annual Veterans Day ceremony. Today, 4 World War II veterans from that area were recognized for their service. Right now, there are fewer than 300,000 World War II veterans alive.
My parents were World War II veterans, and I never did get to hear their story. So if you have a veteran out there, listen to their story.
A special presentation was held for one of the 4 World War II veterans. Russ Wyman never completed his high school diploma after serving, and today, after all these years, he finally received it.
We now know what caused the hazardous gas incident at the Beloit College powerhouse. The city says a delivery driver for the Viking Chemical Company accidentally switched pool chemical lines, creating the gas plume. 3 people were injured. No updates on their conditions, though. None of them was a student.
The defense rests in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Now, soon it'll be up to the jury to decide a verdict.
Rittenhouse is charged with 5 felonies. He's also facing a misdemeanor for possessing a dangerous weapon by a person under 18. One expert says that if the jury believes he was defending himself, it could focus on the lesser charges and on why he was in Kenosha that night.
The jury is going to have a hard time chewing on that. So they may find them guilty of lesser included offenses.
Closing arguments are scheduled for Monday. Rittenhouse faces up to life in prison if convicted of homicide. Madison's Common Council rejects a proposal related to the city's bus rapid transit project. The proposal would have required Madison city staff to evaluate alternate stops. It needed 11 votes to pass and received 10. The amendment called for a report on the impacts of moving 2 proposed BRT stops from State Street to the 300 block of West Johnson and West Gorham Streets. It is the latest in the debate over BRT's route through downtown Madison. The debate over redistricting maps took a surprise twist today. 17 Assembly Democrats voted against the map plan endorsed by the governor. Milwaukee Assemblywoman Sylvia Ortiz-Velez says those maps would violate the Federal Voting Rights Act because they would dramatically reduce the number of majority Black or Hispanic districts. Right now, it appears a court will decide on the new maps. Coming up, there are more closures to be aware of as the I-3990 road construction continues.
Plus, today is World Kindness Day. How a young boy from Sun Prairie is giving back to his community. That's next.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice 2-piece sofa and love seat sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
It's time to choose a Medicare plan. So why not choose a 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plan from Quartz? Starting as low as $0 per month, including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, and dental, vision, and hearing aid benefits. Learn more. Call us today to find a plan that fits your budget and your lifestyle. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans, and they're now even more exciting. New for 2022, the Quartz Cash Card gives you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a variety of health-related products and services. And Quartz gives you access to an all-star team of high-quality providers, featuring UW Health, giving you the 5-star treatment you deserve. Because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Don't wait. Call now to get plan details from Quartz or speak with one of our enrollment specialists today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Elementary students in the Sun Prairie Area School District have something to smile about. Today, they received kindness bags from Sunshine Place today. About 1,900 bags were given to 5 different elementary schools in the district. Each bag has food items that give students a breakfast, lunch, and snack for a day. The idea came from Weston Hannon, who grew some of the food given out.
It feels great, and it's just that all that work this whole summer, growing the corn and getting the party set up, it's just pays off right now, and it's amazing.
This is the 5th year that Sunshine Place gave out kindness bags. About 8,600 of them have been distributed in the community throughout that time.
All right, quick traffic note. The new Wisconsin 81 bridge over the interstate in Beloit will be closed for 2 days next week. That closure will start Monday the 15th, 8 p.m. It'll run all the way until Wednesday morning. Motorists will need to use an alternate route. That detour is Cranston Road and Gateway Boulevard. The I-3990 and 81 interchange ramps will remain open for right turns only. All I-3990 ramps to I-43 will be open and will not be impacted. The pandemic impacted every industry in some way, but restaurants were hit especially hard.
Coming up, Susan Simon shares the determination of one local couple who changed their business in order to continue serving their community. Plus, Gary will be back with your forecast.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pill after pill that just masks your ED. Fix it for good. We can make the difference. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Here's the secret worth sharing. Robertson, Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, has nurses that specialize in custom treatment plans. Always natural, never overfilled. Schedule your complimentary consultation now. It's time to learn how aging is different at Robertson.
This Veterans Day, all of us at Steinhoffels would like to stop and take a moment to honor all of those who've served our country. It's Steinhoffels' simple way of saying thank you for your service and sacrifice. So this Veterans Day, please join us in honoring all of those who've served this country by saying thank you.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
A local couple lost their restaurant during the pandemic, but refused to abandon their community.
And those who need help can always find a place at the table at a small cafe in Barneveld. Susan Simon joins us now with their inspiring story. Susan.
Eric and Charlotte, Cliff and Yvonne Hooks are local restaurateurs with big hearts and hard-earned personal experience. In this season of giving and with food prices skyrocketing, it's something that everyone in their small town can be thankful for. While many restaurants are still recovering from the pandemic, this one is stocked. In fact, Yvonne Hooks is feeding more people than ever before. Are those turkeys for Thanksgiving?
No, these are just turkeys. If you want a turkey, you can have a turkey. Or you can go bowling with them, or you can eat them.
Twice a month, people line up outside the Barneveld Community Cafe to stock up on essentials. And you can't beat the prices. The cost of everything is just a thank you.
Everybody tells me this economy is going great. They say we're on an upturn. My numbers are telling me we're not on an upturn.
Yvonne moved to the U.S. from her native Scotland 30 years ago and never lost her accent. She and her husband Cliff ran a successful for-profit restaurant. When the pandemic hit, they turned it into a place where everyone eats for free. So you decided anyone could come into the cafe and eat and drink, and the bill
was zero.
How were you able to do that?
We were a for-profit cafe, so we donated everything that we had to start now. The community was great. A lot of people thought we were nuts.
The community and area farmers have stepped up in a big way. The fridge is full of eggs, cheese, and butter, fresh ground beef, bacon, and whole chickens. There's baby diapers, toiletries, and laundry soap. And monetary donations are always welcome.
So a lot of people leave a little bit. A lot of people can't leave a little bit. A lot of people leave a lot.
Her main focus is to give back. You know, she takes care of so many people.
The employees are all volunteers who are more like family. If it's your birthday, you're family too.
Most people are just so happy and grateful that we're here and that it helps. And people have told me, well, because of this, I can make my car payment so I can go to work.
They're helping the vulnerable in their community, a mission for which Yvonne is very well suited.
I had a ton of kids, and I worked full-time, and I had an ex-husband who never worked at all. Then I had to go to the food pantry a couple of times. And
what was that experience like for you?
Shameful.
Shameful. Why?
Because if you're in a small community, people look.
Yvonne says she hopes this model will help end the stigma for people dealing with food insecurity.
What do you actually need as opposed to what do you want in life? Because once you figure out what you need in life, just the basics, anything else is icing on the cake. So, I mean, it's really defining who you are as a person. What do you need? And a glass of wine occasionally. Just kidding.
Every little bit helps. And speaking of help, the reason you didn't see Cliff in our story is because he is recovering from knee replacement surgery and getting ready to do his second knee next month. Cliff does all of the cooking at the cafe, so the free meals, unfortunately, have been put on pause while he recovers. But the food sustainability project, the food pantry that you saw, will continue. So if you are a chef or if you know one who could help, we have information on our website, channel3000.com. The salary is zero, but what you get back is priceless. And Eric and Charlotte, I reached out to the head of the culinary program at Madison College, the future chefs of America. They're all being trained there, Paul Short, and his culinary students are stepping up to volunteer.
That's awesome.
At the cafe.
That is wonderful.
Yeah. What a neat story.
Everyday heroes.
Making a difference.
And the wine. Right?
Don't forget the wine.
Yes.
We wish Cliff well as well in his recovery. Susan, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let's get to Gary for the latest in our certified most accurate forecast. Gary.
Well, snow is coming, snow is coming, snow is coming. We've been talking about that for the last couple of days. Now, the question is how much? Well, three things you need to know in the forecast. The first round of snow showers will reach us late tonight into tomorrow. Shouldn't amount to very much, maybe up to an inch on grassy areas. The ground still pretty warm, and temperatures will be in the mid to upper 30s. So most likely we won't see much, if any, in the way of accumulation. Then after some quiet weather, but cold weather for Friday night into Saturday, high temperatures will remain in the 30s, not only for Friday and Saturday, but for Sunday and Monday as well. And then we see the next round of snow. That will be from Saturday night into Sunday. And there we could be looking at about a 1 to 2 inch snowfall, maybe a few spots around 3 inches. So that could lead to some slippery road conditions, and we do have an alert day in the forecast for that. Most of the precipitation, in fact, all the precipitation we had today was in the form of rain. Madison eastward, less than 1/4 of an inch of rain. I did check our rain gauge here at the station. We picked up 28/100ths of an inch of rain. But the farther north and west you go, the heavier the rain was. A few places in southeastern Minnesota, northeastern Iowa picked up over an inch of rain. But high resolution radar right now, pretty much free of precipitation other than a couple of light sprinkles west of the Dells. Some of that might not even be reaching the ground. But to the north and west, you can see how precipitation has changed over to snow now for much of the Dakotas and much of Minnesota. And that colder air is starting to spread in our direction. On future track, notice by early tomorrow morning, we start to see those snow showers and flurries move in from the west. We'll see those during the day tomorrow. Could even mix with a little bit of rain during the afternoon. But tomorrow night, we'll be back to just mostly cloudy skies with a few breaks in the overcast. Saturday should be a cloudy and cold day with temperatures in the upper 30s. And then the next batch of snow, this starts to arrive from Saturday night into Sunday. Notice this swirl in the winds here. That's a little stronger weather system that'll move east-southeastward and take that snow right over southern Wisconsin. Most of the accumulation Saturday night into early Sunday morning, and then that'll taper down to flurries later in the day on Sunday. Snowfall amounts less than an inch tomorrow, but somewhere in the 1 to 2, maybe locally 3 inch range for Saturday night into Sunday. Winter weather advisories in effect out to the west of us, and even a blizzard warning for parts of South Dakota and western Minnesota. And there are wind advisories and high wind warnings out there on the backside of the storm system. High temperatures today made it up into the mid-50s before the temperatures started to crash. We're now at our low temperatures of the day in the lower 40s, and that colder air continues to sweep in. Notice how that jet stream is buckling. We've been talking about that for the last couple of days, starting to bring in the colder air, and that'll be with us for a while. The main area of low pressure up near Lake Superior, but temperatures continue to fall to our north and west, and that's what will bring the snow in by early tomorrow morning. So for tomorrow, look for a high of 38 degrees. We'll see some snow showers and flurries, minor accumulations up to an inch possible on grassy areas. But by tomorrow night, things should start to wind down. We'll just see mainly cloudy skies for tomorrow night and the day on Saturday. And then by Saturday night, the next batch of snow will start to arrive from the north and west. Future track snowfall, less than an inch tomorrow, but 1 to perhaps as much as 2 or 3 inches of snow Saturday night into Sunday. 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures stay cold through Monday, highs in the mid-30s. A brief warm-up in the Tuesday-Wednesday period with some rain showers, and then colder weather for the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, the Badger running back room shrunk a little bit since Saturday. Who will step up with Ches Malusi done for the year? Find out next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
One of our biggest sales of the year, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Meineke is continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. Keep your engine working at its best by regularly changing your oil. Book your appointment for an oil change today. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help keep you safe on the road.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
One of our biggest sales of the year, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories.
Attention Dish Network customers. WISC-TV's agreement with Dish ends November 15th. If a new agreement isn't reached, your access to local news and CBS programming will be eliminated. Learn more at channel3000.com.
The Wisconsin running backs room is getting smaller and smaller each week. First, they lost Isaac Durendo for the year. Then Jalen Berger was dismissed from the team. And now Paul Chryst confirmed Chez Malusi is out for the season after suffering a left leg injury at Rutgers last week. Malusi is the team's leading rusher with 815 yards and 5 touchdowns. So Braylon Allen is now the lead back for the Badgers, and expect Brady Shipper and Julius Davis to see more snaps, and maybe even Jackson Aker. The Baraboo girls swim team is making history each time they dive into the pool. On Saturday, the T-Birds ended a 16-year drought and finished runner-up in the team standings at sectionals. And their success is all part of Chris Lemke's 3 pillars: be humble, hungry, and happy.
Take marks! Go!
Baraboo swimming has made a splash this season.
We have something special here. We know we do.
For the first time since 2005, the Thunderbirds took home some team hardware.
It's humbling to be on the team that was able to bring that home, and it's been so many years.
Finishing runner-up at sectionals.
It was like pure happiness. I definitely cried some happy tears.
But this group isn't done yet.
This year, you know, we had that goal of getting to state and swimming our best times.
And they're on their way, thanks to Chris Lemke.
Up, hold, 3 kicks.
And his program's 3 pillars.
Take your marks.
Humble.
Go.
Hungry. And happy.
Staying humble always. We can always get better. That's really what humble means.
Hungry, be a better person. Both in the pool, in the water, on deck, in the classroom, wherever you're at, you know, be the best version of yourself.
Happy, we're just always try to be happy, smiles on the deck.
3 things the T-Birds use outside of the pool.
I definitely became more successful, more motivated to do things outside of the pool. I'm joining more clubs and more organizations like in the community, and he just has put this mindset, it's not all about swimming, it's about who you are outside of the pool.
By being humble, hungry,
3, 2, 1,
and happy.
Ladies, you're awesome.
And don't forget to nominate your coach to be your next Coach of the Week. Just head to the sports page on channel3000.com and fill out that nomination form. Gary?
It's cloudy and dry right now, but there are some snow showers and flurries out to the west that'll be moving in here later on tonight. Temperatures are in the lower 40s, already in the upper 30s to our north and west. By morning, we're down to about 34 and see some snow showers tomorrow. High 38, maybe a little white sticking to the grass tomorrow.
All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you back here at 10.